Today, we're diving deep into the long survival to see if this VR standout actually delivers on its ambitious promises, or if your time is better spent elsewhere. Strap on your PSVR2 headset and reload your turrets because we're about to find out. The Sword of Hope is your central hub for all this chaos. It is from this base of operations that you will gear up, squad up with your team, and launch missions directly into the teeth of these relentless alien bug hordes. But what truly separates this from your run-of-the-mill VR shooter is its tower defense style gameplay. You're not just a soldier with a gun, you are a tactical architect on the battlefield. Every map requires you to protect a central nexus, forcing you to think like a strategist on the fly. You're gathering currency in real time to drop down barriers, position power grids, and deploy automated turrets. Turns every match into a frantic balancing act, trying to aim down your sights at swarms of bugs while simultaneously managing the economy to upgrade your defenses before the next wave. Now let's talk about the PlayStation VR2 version specifically, because Friendly Fire Studios didn't just port this game, they completely rebuilt it to flex the PS5's power. First up, the scale. Thanks to the extra power of the PSVR2 headset, this version features an upgraded wave system that unleashes the largest simultaneous enemy count the game has ever seen. The best part? It handles this chaos beautifully, locked in at a buttery smooth native 120Hz refresh rate. The immersion gets a serious upgrade too. You'll feel the tension of the incoming horde through subtle headset haptics, while the Sense controller's adaptive triggers give a distinct and realistic feel to every gun you fire. Visually, the game looks sharper than ever with an overhauled lighting system, enhanced character models, and punchier visual effects. Combine that with fully upgraded audio and full cross-platform multiplayer support to squad up with your friends on Quest and PC, and of course PSVR 2. This easily becomes the best way to experience the game. When you and your squad are ready to drop in, the game offers 3 distinct modes to change up how you tackle the chaos, as well as 4 maps, 2 that are unlocked right at the beginning and 2 that you unlock along the way. If you want the ultimate test of endurance, should jump into classic mode with 50 waves of enemies where up to 5 players have to coordinate their economy and defenses perfectly to make it to the end. If you don't have time for a full siege, though, Wave Warfare cuts the clutter down to an intense 20-wave sprint that keeps the action moving fast. And if you ever need a break from shooting alien bugs entirely, Civil War switches things up with an 8-player PvP team deathmatch that pits 2 squads against each other. And don't forget about those modifiers that, once you unlock them, can make things really intense. The game offers 4 hero classes at launch, and they all play quite differently. You have a tank who has additional health. You have your assault class, who is going to be your DPS main. You have the engineer, whose skills revolve around all your turrets and your kit. And you've got your medic, who obviously is going to heal you. All your characters as well have their own class mods or skills that you can unlock as you continue through your journey. You also are able to keep track of all your stats for every hero and your account overall in the command center.
Space Corp operation.
As much fun as it is, the long survival isn't without its flaws, and there are a few things you should know before jumping in. First off, if you're planning to tackle this entirely on your own, fair warning, the game's fundamentally built from the ground up for co-op play or PvP. When you play solo, that frantic tactical energy fades fast, and the gameplay can feel slow and a bit repetitive. At its heart, you're doing the same wave defense asset loop on repeat. The lack of deep, engaging narrative behind the alien threat doesn't do much to break up the monotony. It's also worth noting that it is an indie title, and you'll run into a few minor UI clunkiness and occasional enemy pathing bugs. But if you're looking for a deep story-driven solo sci-fi campaign, this isn't your game. But if you view it as a pure, mechanically satisfying arcade shooter to play with a squad, these flaws are very easy to overlook. So, what's the final verdict on the long survival? At the end of the day, Friendly Fire Studios has delivered a rock-solid, incredibly frantic hybrid shooter. It doesn't rewrite the rulebook for VR, and its repetitive loop means it won't necessarily appeal to the hardcore solo campaign crowd. But if you have a PSVR2, a group of friends, and a craving for chaotic tactical bug hunting, this game absolutely delivers. The brilliant blend of shooter action and tower defense strategy keeps you constantly on your toes, and thanks to native 120Hz performance, massive enemy counts, and immersive haptics, the PSVR2 version is easily the definitive way to play. I'm giving The Long Survival a 7.5 out of 10. It's an absolute blast with a squad, and well worth a spot in your VR library if you love cooperative defense. But what do you guys think? Are you ready to step into the Sword of Hope, or are you sitting this wave out? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this review. Smash that like button, subscribe for more VR content, and I'll see you in the next one.